What in the world is this thing? I don't know where this place leads. I've never dealt with anything like this before. Although close monitorization is probably advised with this thing. After all, it did just spring up out of nowhere. I kind of want to go in it, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm crazy enough to do that. And I'm pretty crazy. So I guess we'll just leave that be and hope it goes away or doesn't do anything. Who knows what could be on the other side of that thing. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Rosefrost. Now, we're not going to be doing too much in this episode. We're going to be doing some very, very basic stuff, including finally getting a building wrapped around this farm right here. I explained that in the end of the last video, I had a very hard time for some reason coming up with a build that could cover this. I went ahead, took a step back, a little bit of a breather, and I kind of started from the ground up, and I got a design that I really, really like. So just as a lesson, whenever you guys decide to build, I would highly recommend any kind of reference image. It doesn't have to be particularly Minecraft related, but anything is good to have when you're building because it gets a rough idea of what you want to create. And I kind of didn't do that the first time when I wanted to build the, I guess it would be Grand Hall or I don't know, structure around this. And I kind of just winged it and I screwed up really bad. That was about 4 hours down the drain, but went ahead, came to my senses, and created something very, very cool for this, which is going to be shown at the end of the episode. Here are all the materials, of course. It's actually a lot more than what I thought it would be. Like, a lot more. It didn't take me too long to get these, but it most certainly was just a lot more than I expected. Now, a lot of it has to do with the fact that these oak signs take up so much of the space, but now. I want to first discuss what I kind of want to do for this world. I haven't really explained any kind of plans, and I've been keeping things quite a secret, but I think it's about time that I explained what this would become and the kind of direction of this entire world. So, of course, I'm creating a background story to this, as you guys know, but it's going to be a little bit more than just that. You see, each building is going to have its own purpose and its own kind of aesthetic to it. Although I am going to be keeping things fairly general in the village that is going to go over here, but with this. Now, as you can see, I have the dragon head here that leads up to a throne right here. Now, this is definitely not just going to be it. This would be extremely bare bones if it just kind of sat there and didn't do anything. So, behind this is going to be an extremely lavish castle. This entire mountain here is going to be turned into a dragon-like castle to represent particularly my armor, but also to serve the Dragon King himself, which is me if you didn't know. But it is going to come back and engulf and jeez, what was that? And engulf this entire mountain. So this probably won't be here like a few dozen episodes down the line, but I haven't really developed the castle at all anymore. I've just had a fairly good idea of a tower that will go here, and then a second tower that will mirror it, as well as little dragon claws that kind of pop out of the ground. And who knows, maybe I'll add like some kind of wings or a tail to this to kind of make it look like an actual dragon, but it is definitely going to look more like a castle than anything else. We'll have to wait for that though, and it'll probably take a lot of time to develop. But over here, of course, this is going to be a village. And this village is going to be ruled under by the Dragon King. So you're going to have some shops in here, some miscellaneous buildings that will cover up farms, such as that one, or, house my villagers, such as this one right here. And I haven't really developed a thorough plan for this, but there are going to be pathways everywhere. This nether portal is most certainly going to move. This is going to take a long time. After all, this is kind of like the structures that would go along with the mega base, being the castle over there. I only have the building supposed to cover this farm done. Everything else, haven't planned yet. There's going to be a quarry in here somewhere. It might actually be here. That's actually a pretty good idea. Oh, and then also Town Square will be over here where the Christmas tree is going to be put annually. And lastly, what I kind of want to add to this big area here is this kind of cave area over here. I want to do something with this mountain. It's a little it's just a really cool backdrop. I wish I could set my render distance higher, but OBS would lag whenever I record, so we are not doing that. I've already had plenty of issues with OBS so far during the series because the mod pack is absolutely huge at 312 mods right now, but I do not want to get into that mess again. Anyways, I'm thinking over here we could kind of bring over the dwarvish aesthetic that I had in Rad World and basically create a proper huge dwarvish door that will either go probably down here or up there. I'm thinking most likely down here. I think I'll edit this a little bit, cut back on this little lake, and then put the dwarvish door right there. Because in my Rad World, it was just a tiny little 2x2 door, and it looked absolutely pathetic for what it was hiding. But that's all I've got planned. That's all that I kind of want to do with this area for now. I hope to keep this series going for a very long time, as I have thoroughly enjoyed myself on here, and of course, never really played through a modded survival. I'm gonna have play with my friends, but most of the time those servers just end in 2 weeks, so I wouldn't count that. This will last a long time, trust me. I also want to do something with this here soon. Maybe repair it, make it like a sort of lighthouse, not a lantern. And also down here we could have docks and stuff. It's just kind of endless what I want to do with this stuff. So it's most certainly going to be time consuming, but I think it will be completely worth it. And I should also probably mark out the pathways here soon. I should definitely get a general structure for the village done here soon, but I need wool for that. So next episode, we're probably going to be making a slightly more advanced wool farm than what I made before, because I'm probably going to need a lot of it, and fast. I should probably just make more farms. I'm limited on quite a few items right now, so a cobblestone generator would be absolutely amazing. Alright, with all of the talky stuff out of the way, I say we hop on to something that isn't explaining in this video. With that being the build, of course. But first, I have to remove this thing right here. This thing, the building that is not very small, and it comes out about 3-4-ish blocks on this side, and then like 6 blocks on that side. So I'm gonna have to do quite a bit of terraforming to get this to fit in there real nice. So, but first, of course, we gotta remove this. All right, little hill cleared, and I also got the perimeter for the structure all laid out. It's a lot larger than I thought it was, so this is going to require quite a bit of terraforming to look well. Well, not on this side, but over here, there's just a slight gap, so yeah, we're gonna need to fill that in here soon, because that just looks terrible. Also, why does it have to rain? I don't like it when it rains. Can I sleep through this? No. Okay, and of course here are all of the materials, so with all of that being said and all of the groundwork laid out, let's head on to a little time lapse. Whew. And here she is, guys. I love this. I'm not gonna lie. I think I put so much detail into this. And I kind of gave it a little bit of a different shape, of course. I mean, it's still the basic rectangle, but I really tried some little bit of a different shape over here. And then I got this smokestack thing over here, which serves absolutely no purpose, just to look good. So, but yeah, it looks absolutely amazing in my opinion. So, I'm really proud of it. I think it turned out amazing, and I think it is so much better than what I tried to build last. What I tried to build last, that was just hideous. This is cool. So during the middle of that, I had to fight a raid because I accidentally triggered one. But man, let me tell you, with this mod pack, they like really buffed a lot of the illagers, and it was not very fun. It was very difficult. They kept on coming over here and breaking all my bushes. They killed both my sheep, so I gotta get replacements. It was just absolutely crazy, and I got all of these extra totems now, which I'm not complaining, but I am not doing the best on storage, as you can see, so, Oh, and I also forgot to show you something. So, this is purely a cover-up. There is absolutely no detailed interior in here at all. There's just a quartz flooring, and I'm probably going to put some torches in here, and I'm not going to develop it. This farm is already way too big. I can't really develop it. Did they just blink? Did you guys blink? Am I going crazy or something? Jeez. So yeah, if you may realize something slightly different, and that's the fact that there are iron bars just about everywhere on this thing. That's because I forgot to grab them before I did the time lapse, so I kind of had to do them afterwards and then do the little zoom in effect. I think it looks phenomenal, and I'm just so proud of it. So, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments, because I would actually like to get some feedback on my building. I think I'm improving, but you know, it's always good to get different opinions. So, you know what? I just realized something. There are signs here and there are fences here. I'm gonna need to fix that here soon. But that is going to wrap it up for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye!